Hey y'all, Teresa here, and I am filming a video today called it's like the Raw Uncut Challenge. I'm not quite sure of the name of it, but it is supposed to be 10 straight minutes of you just talking, no editing, none of those kinds of things about whatever comes to mind. And I personally actually just thought of a topic right before I hit record, so I'm going to talk about a topic. I am not going to be editing this video, and I have bronchitis, so things like that, the cough that's really cute that I'm going to be real about and just let it happen because I can't do anything about it. But I really wanted to do this challenge because it's something that to me is important, to be like yourself. And you also hear me say the word a million times, and you'll realize how many times I edit it out of all of my videos. And I think that it's important to be yourself, whether it be in person or on YouTube or in any of those kinds of things. And right now I'm actually not even myself. Like, my hair is straight, which I don't straighten my hair like ever. And I was like, oh, it looks so cute for this video. And I think it's funny that I was like, oh, I should film this video about being yourself. And I'm not myself right now. And I don't know. I just want to express the importance of being yourself, because for me, I have personally struggled with self-worth a lot in my life. And I can, blame bullying and I can blame all of these things, but ultimately I have to respect myself and I have to trust what the Bible says. I'm a believer, if it's not apparent in any of my videos or any of my channel things. I'm a believer, and I work at a church and I work with children, and it is so crucial for me to share with them how valued they are, because they are so valued. And we're in a world now where people are devalued. People, as they're growing up at a younger age, and they're not seeing the value of staying a child, and they're not staying a child. They're losing their innocence at younger ages. They're dealing with deeper issues at younger ages, like sex and drugs and alcohol at 12 years old. Like, that is not the world that I want to see my own kids grow up in. I don't have kids right now, but that is not what I want to see my kids deal with. And so it's up to me to instill in those children that I'm teaching, like, value and worth, and that they are more than what the world expects them to be. And it says in the Bible that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. And while I always struggle with that, I can instill it in any person I talk with. I can tell you that even if you're a little bit overweight, you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Your body type is that way because that is the way God wanted you to be, because He wants you to speak into other people's lives and say, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And maybe you do need to go to the gym, and maybe you do need to, or maybe you need to do the opposite. Maybe you need to eat a hamburger. It doesn't matter what you look like. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. And I think that that is something that 99% of the world struggles with. Even men. Like, I know guys that constantly question, like, oh, is this outfit professional? Does this make me look too metro? Does this make me look fat? Like, they struggle with the same things that women struggle with. And I think that they also need to know that they are fearfully and wonderfully made. God knows every single hair on your head. And I think that that is a remarkable thing. If you think about this, like, literally, how many of there are on my head? Like, how many hairs do I have on my head? God only knows. Literally, God only knows. And I think that that is an amazing thing. And we need to understand the importance of our value, specifically to God. And I don't know. I know that, again, like I said, I struggle with that. I was bullied a lot in high school and in junior high even, and that definitely changed me. That is something I still struggle with now. I'm sorry. That is something that I definitely still struggle with now, my personal self-worth. And there are days when I am completely and utterly confident in myself. Like, right now I feel pretty confident because I like my hair today and I love what I did with my makeup. But an hour from now, who knows how confident I'm gonna feel. And I know these things on the days that I'm doing well. Like, I know that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, but there are days when I don't believe that I should even be here. And that is hard for me to share. That is hard for me to talk about. But I think that it's important to address that life isn't always perfect. And I've talked about this with a few people before, and I don't know if I've talked about it on my YouTube channel necessarily on a personal level. I did a little bit back in Russia, but I think that social media projects what the world should be. The world should be happy and cheerful all the time. Well, we all know in the last week that it hasn't been happy and cheerful all the time. With everything that happened in Paris, and you just see how many people have been devastated and struggled to figure out the meaning of what's going on. And then, you know, from our standpoint, like people banding together, countries changing their logos to France colors, and different sports teams doing the same thing. Like I noticed that the San Jose Sharks changed theirs, and so did the Miami Dolphins, like because those are my sports teams. But I noticed that there are people everywhere that are banding together and representing that they love France, because in France something devastating happened, and I'm not disregarding that at all. But devastating things happen every single day, and I think that people need to band together and help each other with that. There are people that are struggling with suicide every single day. They struggle with the thoughts of, do I even matter here? They're seeing these fluffy Facebook posts of how perfect their friends' families are, and their kids are, and their parents are perfect, and all of these things, or they are perfect parents, and they're at home with their 3-year-old and they're like, I can't get them to go to sleep, or they're screaming bloody murder and I can't figure out why, and my 2-year-old can't talk yet and they can't communicate with me. Why is that? Is it my fault? Things like that they're struggling with. But when they see Facebook or they see perfect posts on Instagram, they think they're the only ones. And I think part of what I wanted to do with this is to tell people, like, you're not the only one struggling with self-worth. You're not the only one struggling with your family or your kids. You're not the only one struggling with thoughts of suicide, thoughts of depression, feeling sorry for yourself, or struggling with your job, wondering what's next, what if, what do I do? And I think that that's really what I wanted to talk about is it's so important to share how you're feeling, to share that you're struggling, to share that you're doing great. Like, it's okay to be happy also. Like, life can be great and perfect for people. I mean, you could have a great day today. I want you to share that with people. But tomorrow, when you're having a bad day, I want you to share that with people too. And I want to challenge people to be real. That is kind of why I'm doing this. I want people to be real. I want people to cough on camera and say and you know, be yourself and go a day without makeup. I can't do that yet, and I am challenging myself to do that one day. But be real, because you know, the person that you're not being real with might be dealing with the exact same struggle that you are, and you're not sharing it with them, and they might think that they're the only ones. You know, you never know who's going to be out there and saying, hey, I'm struggling. And I think that if we're all more honest, we can all help each other out. And I don't know, I think that that's important. You know, in children's ministry, I try and be real with the kids. I mean, we're going to talk about things that are difficult, and I'm going to be honest and say, hey, I used to have a problem with this, or I used to fight with my sister or my brother, or, you know, I was bullied, or maybe even that I bullied. Like, you have to be real, because as you grow up, it becomes a shameful thing to talk about. I don't know why, but it becomes a shameful thing to talk about when you're struggling with something, or you're dealing with something, or like as kids, like you're free to be whoever you want to be, and then they hit this like age where they can't share that they're struggling, or that they're dealing with something, or that they don't understand something. They can't be who they want to be because everyone around them judges them or says, like, grow up. And I don't want that, again, for the kids that I'm going to have in the future, but I also don't want that for the kids that are around now. I want them to stay young forever, and I want them to be able to, at 12 years old, play with toys. Who cares what age you are that you're playing with toys? Let your imagination run wild, you know, and stay young. It just bothers me so much to see kids growing up so fast. And I mean, I have younger siblings. I have a 13-year-old brother that I don't want to see grow up too fast, and I have a 15-year-old sister that's in high school that I think she's growing up. She's already seeing things and knowing things that I wish she didn't see or know, and that I didn't know at her age, and now I wish she didn't know. And my little brother playing his video games, like, yeah, but who knows what people are telling him on the other end. I don't like that, because it makes me sad, because it's like, I'm going on a rant just because I'm thinking of them, but I don't want them to grow up in a world where they can't share when they're struggling. They can't cry when they're 15 years old because of something being difficult. They can't talk about something that makes them uncomfortable because it's a stigma that they can't, I don't know. I feel like I've been ranting this whole video and I'm like off topic times a million, but I want to express the importance of knowing you're fearfully and wonderfully made. God knows every hair on your head, like every single one of these, because he knows you. And he wants you to be yourself. He loves you no matter what you look like, who you are, your character. He wants you to know that he loves you. And that is kind of, I mean, I didn't really talk about that in this entire video, but that's what I want to impress. It's already been 10 minutes, but I want to impress, like, God loves you no matter what, no matter who you are, no matter what you look like. And it's okay if you're having a bad day. It's amazing if you're having a great day. Share everything. Like, don't hold back that you're struggling. Don't hold back that you're having a good day. Don't make your kids grow up too fast. And just know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are loved by God, no matter who you are, no matter what you've done, no matter where your life is right now, where it is tomorrow, where it was last week. You are loved. And I'm going to end this now, because if I don't, I'm just going to keep going. So I hope this video helped some of you with anything. I don't know. Again, it's uncut, so I don't know. But yeah, if you like this video, I challenge you to do the same thing. And I will see you guys next time.